Good morning, folks. It is Saturday, July the 19th, 2025. Sorry I didn't put out a video yesterday. Yesterday was a busy day for me. So I just tell you briefly about it. So yesterday, I ate me some shrimp. I went to the grocery store and they had shrimp packs, buy one, get one free. Shrimp has 0 fat in it. I also found some lean turkey lunch meat that is also 0 in fat. I like seeing that 0 in there. I found some chicken too, but it had 1 gram of fat per serving, so I didn't get it. I got the 0 fat turkey. But the shrimp, that was a good deal. The buy one, get one free. So I ate that and some broccoli. I kind of ate it like a Thai style, with like a spicy, sweet mustard, That chicken and broccoli, I ate that. That whole thing was pretty much 0 fat. It was good. So yeah, what else was I wanting to talk about? There's a lot to get into. I had a commenter yesterday with a lot of back and forth engagement, trying to tell me, how things are supposed to go within my life. The first thing I want to address with this commenter, because, I didn't ban them. I kind of, hit them with facts, from videos and stuff. He thought he knew everything he needed to know about the alpha-gal syndrome. The Lone Star tick allergy that I and others suffer with, For me, it's not life-threatening. I'll give him that. But I do break out in rashes. Uncomfortable, painful rash. It does cause breathing issues with me. I have asthma in the first place. Plus, I'm a former smoker, I'm trying to make better life choices. Everybody on my channel who's been around this channel for a while knows these things because I'm always upfront about them. He's on the carnivore diet. He's been caught up in the YouTube carnivore diet echo chamber for a long time. He doesn't realize other things exist outside of what the algorithm provides for him to watch. It happens to people. If you're around YouTube long enough, you will think that the entire world revolves around your way of thinking. It's kind of, it is kind of a hive mind mentality, I guess. Alright, alpha gal, let me tell you something. Yes, in some people, over time, symptoms may decrease. That is true. That is true. And that has happened with me on this channel. I've talked about it in the past. That is true. And I have went back to eating burgers and things because this is a food review channel. At some point, I think I was rebitten by a Lone Star tick. Once you have it, it never goes away. If you get rebitten and you live in an area in the southeast United States, and it's quickly spreading to the northeast United States, and also it is spreading in other parts of the world by other tick species, it's here. It's here to stay. More people are going to have it. More people have it and don't even realize they have it and are just dealing with their issues. The videos are out there, people. Go look at some other videos about it. Yeah, I think I was rebitten. If you're rebitten, the symptoms immediately come back. Okay? Is that okay with you? Lord help me. all of this and be accused of, oh, you're using this as an excuse not to do the carnivore diet. Are you kidding me? Listen, brother, we are omnivores. Humans are omnivores. We have evolved and adapted to eat vegetables, fruits, and meats. Like it or not, we're omnivores. And talk about it's even went as far to say, oh, the diet's not working for you. All right. Here's a little back history. At the first of the year, people were going on diets. Carnivore Kip was going on a diet, and he was going to do a 80-day challenge to lose, I forgot how much weight. So not a specific weight, but he's going to do 180 days of carnivore and lose as much weight as he could. So I said, well, I'm going to do 180 days and lose as much as I can. Well, that 180 days was up last month. You know, the month of June, we're in July now. And all this is documented on my channel if you're willing to go back into the videos, the whole weight loss journey. I started at 334 pounds, I think. And by the time I got done with that 1 month of the sugar diet, yeah, I lost 30 pounds within that. But, you know, I had lost like maybe, 50 pounds overall. By the time that little sugar diet experiment was up for the entire year. But yeah, somehow it's not working. It's not working for you. Not all of the weight was lost on the sugar diet. Not all of it. Some of it was. And I accredit that to the low fat in the diet. Since I have been away from the sugar diet, yes, results have continued. I am at a lower weight than I was a few weeks back from my weigh-in. How much? I am not going to disclose that information right now because I said I will do a weigh-in once a month away from the sugar diet is up. So to give a good measure of that, I'm going to do it on the 31st of July. You want to see a weigh-in? Wait till then. Oh my God! And he's not the only one, but he was just one of the main aggravators. I ain't got all butt hurt and stuff because I was doing a low-fat dish, that just had with the chicken and the tomatoes and stuff. Yeah, low-fat dieting was around before the word keto was invented. I said that in that video, and I'll say it again. And low-fat dieting, sometimes, or most of the time, the people who were successful used a true low-fat diet. They didn't eat the snack whales or what the food industry was putting out. Just like people on keto now, people don't eat the keto breads and stuff out there that are keto, not the true people, wanting to lose the weight. They're eating their steak and their veggies and stuff, that are keto approved, ketovore, whatever in the heck terminology they got out there now. But yes, low fat does not mean that you have to eat potatoes every day. I ate potatoes yesterday. I air fried me some of them bad boys up in the wedges yesterday. I ate some yesterday afternoon. Now this was after the shrimp and the broccoli. I actually made some low-fat hot dogs, which I have also eaten on this channel. Thank you very much, and come away with weight loss after a few days. So yeah, I'm okay. I'm good. Man, it was so much. It was so much that I think it'll make a good video to talk about this morning. My wife is away at work. I'm here watching over my, 2 children with special needs, They're actually adults, you know, but they are my responsibility. They are my life. They're sleeping in the house right now, so I just figure I'd come out here and talk to you guys and get some steps in on the porch, you know, about the experiences that I've been going through with a lot of my haters on here. So yes, my grandfather, World War II veteran, I've spoke about this before, lived into his 90s. All his life he ate meat. He didn't have the alpha-gal syndrome, so yes, he ate beef, but most of the time they ate lean chicken because chicken was cheaper, and that generation, they were going to go with the whatever cost the cheapest at the grocery store. So yeah, they ate a lot of chicken. He raised his own rabbits. He ate a lot of rabbit. He raised his own chicken. He killed his own rabbit, killed his own chicken. He made his own food. This is my mother's father. That's how she grew up. He grew his own vegetables in his garden. He thrived and lived every day to come home from work and work in that garden. Work in that garden. He lived into his 90s. You know, some people think that certain diets are going to make us all live forever, and it's not. The reality of it is it's not. If I killed over tomorrow, it would probably be more because of some of the bad life choices that I've made, and it would not have nothing to do with diet. But I'm telling you right now, there is no way eating lean protein and vegetables is unhealthy for a species evolved to eat omnivorous. Yeah, I said it. Also, when Cole Robinson says things like cows are genetically engineered to have the fat that they have on them, they are going through the same things that we are going through as a species, because they are domesticated and they are fed and they are fattened up. It's not natural. It's not a natural process. Look at wild buffalo. They are a lot leaner. They are a lot leaner, the ones that are allowed to roam free. You know, where they try to reintroduce them into Yellowstone, you know, the wolves and everything. Wolves are predator. And what is the deal with everybody comparing, you know, the carnivore dieters to specific animal species? We are not canines. We're not dogs. We're not lions. We're an evolved species to be able to handle animals like that and predators like that in such a way where, you know, we're the top. We're the top of the food chain here. Yeah, we're omnivorous. If that's uncomfortable for you to hear, then, you know, I'm sorry, but facts are facts. It's like I guess you could say that instead of just low fat, I am low fat omni. That's what I'm gonna start saying. Low fat omni. That's what I am. I'm a low fat omni, meaning omnivore. Low fat omni. That's what I'm on. That's the diet I'm on. Alpha gal is a real problem that's never gonna go away. It's gonna be with me the rest of my life. You get rebitten by a tick, those symptoms can come back, and you know, just like any other allergy, symptoms can just come on, you know, go on and off, you know, without warning, without it just can happen. It just can happen. Shouldn't have to explain myself to somebody who washes windows for a living. But here we are today. It's not going to matter what I say, because he's going to look for that gotcha, I'm right, you're not. even went as far as to go into my back when I was doing the sugar diet, when I had that so-called carnivore day where I was grilling turkey. I said, well, if you got alpha-gal, here you are eating meat. It was birds. I can eat birds and fish and reptiles, just not mammals. Alpha-gal only affects you when you eat mammalian meat. Mammals. Let me give you an example of some mammals. Cows, pigs, horses, sheep. Those are mammals. Examples of things that latchkey can eat, to not break out in rashes and to not have breathing issues, or racing heart. I can eat shrimp. I can eat chicken. I can eat turkey. I can eat emu, which I have never tried, that I plan on trying in the future. It's a red meat. It's just expensive. That's why I haven't got any. Yeah, there's other people on YouTube with channels too that have the alpha-gal. So don't crap all over it just because you want to make some kind of carnivore point that don't exist. That's a fairy tale in your head. It is what it is, my friend. It is a fairy tale in your head. We are not carnivores. We are not felines like lions. They always compare us. Oh, we're on the lion diet. We're not lions. We're not cats. We're not felines. Our closest related species is omnivorous. So even bears, they're omnivores. We're not canines either. But there's an example of a species that has evolved to eat more than just meat. I am not the expert to be breaking these things down. I know. And there's going to be, some crappy information that you can go look at, that's going to back up and support your little claims. But a quick Google search and just go ask Google, say, what species is the human rat? Ask Google if humans are carnivores. It's going to tell you the truth. We're omnivore. Sorry. Hate to break it to you. So I like growing my own vegetables. There's my little tomatoes. I got some peppers in there. I'm not giving those up. I'm not giving up on that, Even if I wasn't on low-fat Omni, I still wouldn't want to be on the carnivore diet all the time. We lived through this back in the 70s. That's another thing. Let me tell you where all this come from. This come out of the 70s and 80s from the Atkins diet. The phase 1 of the Atkins diet, people would eat nothing but meat, and you were allowed 1 cup of leafy greens. Trust me when I say, because I was there, most people were skipping the 1 cup of leafy greens on the Atkins phase 1. I guess technically Atkins phase 1 is what you call ketovore. But they were skipping that, and they were eating just meat. I was one of them. I done it. And then you try to, flop on to phase 2 where you can add food in, and people would experience weight gains doing that. And Robert Atkins himself would say, well, just float back to the induction phase. So people would do that, and they would just go back to eating their meat. Dr. Baker, one of the main carnivores on YouTube, is a little older than I am right now. He knows this very well from back in the day. And plus he works out and into fitness and everything. He knows these things. They just found a niche. They found a niche that would make some money, and they decided to stand by it, because there's actually, science, provided by Atkins and others, throughout the years to support claims that they could throw out there, and everybody's got claims they can support. You got one doctor out there that says, oh yes, this is the way, and he's got all the evidence and scientific stuff that he needs to tell you what direction you need to be going in, and that is the carnivore diet. And then you got experts out there that can give you the same exact science in a completely opposite direction, where studies have been that this is not the way, the carnivore diet. That's why they're so mad at the the Harvard study, that came out 2 years ago, talking about, you know, the negative of cholesterol in the carnivore diet. That's why they're so upset about, you know, a top university in the United States coming out with a study like that. So they address other studies, you know, to do away with that study. And it's a never-ending battle. It's a never-ending battle. And the sheep that flock in their pastures fall for it. That's another thing Barry said, Dr. Barry said, when they were coming out against the sugar diet, you know, the carnivore video where they all come out, you know, he said, like, we're not sheep, by the way, we're lions. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're omnivores. You're omnivores. I guarantee if there was a paparazzi, you know, that like follow the celebrities around and catch them doing things, if there was a paparazzi in the world that went around and followed people of this, you know, high, you know, social media status, if they were to follow them around, I guarantee you'd find them slipping and dipping all over the place sometimes. I guarantee you, you know, if there was a paparazzi to follow some of these around, you'd find some slipping and dipping going on behind the scenes. And then they say, well, I've lost all the weight that I needed, so I can, you know, I can cut away from it every now and then. Oh, yeah, that looks real good with what you're practicing. Yeah, cut away from it every now and then and celebrate. Which I ain't hating on it, because, yeah, I plan on doing that myself from time to time. And I have done that, you know, throughout my weight loss journey. I have cut away from it from time to time. And bounced right back and still went to continuing losing weight. There's plenty of others out there too. I got people like, oh, you're not doing weights. Bye. I'm leaving the channel. Welcome to Stone Fluber. Like that's going to make me jump out there and do a scale weight. Everybody's waiting on the failure. What they fail to understand is I was dieting at the first of the year and losing weight before I was even on the sugar diet. So it's not, my weight loss journey is not all about just that. It hasn't been. It's not going to be. Right now it is about a low-fat lifestyle. It's kind of an evolution off of the sugar diet is what is going on here. Because I do want to include meat and vegetables, an omnivore style of way of eating, you know, as a human being, as an evolved species, an intelligent thinker. You know, I want to eat that way. Yes, I enjoy the fruit. I enjoy the fruit smoothies, and I enjoyed that as a weight loss method. I did. I enjoyed that as a weight loss method, but I think I said it plenty of times. To me, this was nothing but a tool to use to lose weight, and then it would be a tool that I could use to maintain weight once I got there. Well, I was wrong. Maybe I need a dietary lifestyle choice that's going to benefit me and all of my ailments, such as the alpha-gal that I deal with. That is lifelong, obviously. It's not there's not 100% cure for it. Yeah, they got the acupuncture thing, but that's not been proven to be 100% effective in everybody either. Quit looking for the gotcha and just accept the fact that I just want to be on a low-fat diet. I want to eat meat and vegetables, lean meat and vegetables. That's what I want to eat, and fruit. You know, I want to eat healthy and clean. Like that. Very hard to argue with, very hard to debunk when I show you a plate of some delicious grilled chicken breast, you know, I've marinated, you know, in such a way where it's delicious. You know, when did chicken become the enemy anyway? And turkey, when did all that become the enemy? My God, people, we're going backwards, not forwards here. You know, we're going backwards, not forwards here. God, I feel for our future generations. But yes, a lot of these influencers like Barry Baker, they're all Gen Xers. They know about the meat part of Atkins. They've separated into different diets is what they've done, and they've called them different names, and social media has blown up in their favor. That's the truth. That's what's going on here. That's it. That's the truth. I'm closer to their age. I know, I was around. I know where they come up with these things, these ideas, and I know that they do work temporarily. They don't work forever. They don't work forever. Your body adapts to it, and people start having stalls. There's plenty of channels out there right now who have had successful carnivore journeys, lost the weight, and most of that weight was due to fasting. By the way, a lot of it was done due to fasting. You know, like, oh, I just went through a 48-hour fast. I just did a 72-hour fast. But look what the carnivore diet did for me. It was the fasting is where that weight loss occurred. The fasting, the absence of food. That's not limited to just carnivore. And also, you might not like the term calories, but fasting, doing away from food, that's calorie extreme 101 right there. You're not having any calories when you're fasting. That kind of throws out all and debunks your entire diet when fasting comes into play and is the main invoker of your weight loss. If your weight loss was invoked through fasting, I'm sorry, your carnivore diet didn't do that for you. Your low-fat diet didn't do that for you. Your fasting done that for you. Now, I can testify going on all fruit will cause weight loss. All fruit will cause weight loss. That is the one diet that I can, testify. If you're 100% fruit, yeah, weight loss has got to occur. You can stall on that too. I've done it. I've stalled on just drinking the smoothies. I've stalled on that. Had to go a little extreme into the soda fasting, remember? Not long ago, a few weeks back, I had to go into the soda fasting because I was stalling on the fruit. Because your body just adjusts to you taking in too much of one kind of substance. The reason that you go into these stalls and your body adjusts to these situations, like it or not, whether you want to hear it or not, here it goes. It's because we are omnivores and your body is missing something. There it is in a nutshell. But yeah, the 31st is when I'm going to weigh in. I don't care what the haters say. People are saying, you don't look like you've lost any weight to me. And they try to be clever about it, like, try to be nice at first. You're eating pretzels. It's junk food. You're a bad influence. That's not teaching me how to lose weight, though. But good luck to you. And, you don't look like you've lost any weight to me. Well, good. I don't care what you got to say. Yes. If you go into my bios on my YouTube channel, this is a variety channel. I could get into anything from meditating to video games to anything Gen X related. Anything Gen X related within the lifespan of a Gen Xer, including not just past stuff, but modern as well. A lot of Gen Xers, they dwell in the past, a little too much in my opinion. Not all of them were latchkey kids. I was a true latchkey kid. That's how I'm able to speak my mind. A true lone wolf latchkey Gen Xer. You will know them when you see them because they are not afraid to speak their minds. And here I am speaking my mind, spreading some truth that some of you may need to hear. Some of you may not want to hear, but you're hearing it anyway if you're watching. Yeah, I'm not the weight loss channel. At some point on this channel, I'm not going to be jumping on scales all the time. This is me getting you used to that. I mean, people are devoting their entire channels to this type of thing, and if that's what they want to do, that's fine. But I've watched too many people on YouTube burn out doing specifics. I had a metal detecting channel before 2020, you know, before the world turned upside down, and as a result of that, schools stopped. My child's healthcare problems stopped, or not healthcare problems, their healthcare providing stopped, you know, where they, well, like my son goes to his adult daycare facility, you know, for special needs every day, you know. All of that went on hold, you know, for over a year and a half. So with that, you know, my metal detecting channel suffered. When I come out of that, my wife went through some health issues that we had to go through. My mother's going through the dementia now. It's kept me away from the hobby and the channel that I love. So I started Latchkey Gen Xer, which has evolved beyond my metal detecting hobby channel. But yeah, my point behind that is I've used this channel not to get caught up in specific topics, you know, all the time, 100% all the time. That's why I'm not the Gen X carnivore, or the Gen X low-fat diet, or the Gen X Candyman. I am simply Latchkey. That name was given to me by all of you who watch my channel. That's a special name for me. You give me that name, and y'all shorten it to Latch. I love it. I love it. I have evolved through this channel. Evolved. So, you know, if this is a variety channel, you may see some metal detecting go on in the future. There is metal detecting on this channel, where I've done some, where I've got to actually get out and do some. This is a variety channel. This is not the Latchkey weighs in on the scale every day channel. That was something I did during the sugar diet to show its effectiveness, and boy was it effective. And I got most of that caught up in a playlist if you want to go see a day-to-day weigh-in, how that looks or works. I know this is going to be long, folks, but I got a lot to get off my chest here. Oh, and then there's the Pookie channel out there. The Pookie channel is what I was calling the Karen channel. Pookie is a hive mind. Pookie, there are people on that Pookie channel who spread out into everybody's comment sections and stuff and try to drive narratives in their direction, and a lot of sugar people have fallen for the Pookie hive mind. The Pookie hive mind is what I call it. They have fallen for that. They're driven by those people, and some of them don't even see it. They're in the live chats. They're in the live streams. The minute I show up into a live stream, it's funny how the subject of Cole Robinson comes up every time I jump into someone's live stream. And I know that that's the Pookie hive mind at full force right there. At full force, they're going to drive their narrative, and they're going to try to get you to say things in such a way that it's going to agree with that hive mind mentality. And it's sad to say that, you know, it's kind of like the Borg on Star Trek. You know, the Borg where they get assimilated, where, you know, the Borg comes along and they assimilate people into their little, you know, space cube, you know, and then everybody's a part of a specific system, and then there's one person controlling everything. Or kind of like, you know, when you're watching The Walking Dead and you're watching the Negan storyline, and before you ever saw who Negan actually was, you know, they were running to some of the Saviors group, and everybody was claiming to be Negan. Who's Negan? I'm Negan. I'm Negan. I'm Negan. Well, that's Pookie. Pookie's kind of like that. There's actually a real Pookie, and then there's the people that are also Pookie. Part of the Pookie hive mind is what I call it. But yeah, if I offended anybody with the real name of Karen in the past, I am sorry. And I hate to keep bringing up Pookie, but Pookie chose me. I didn't choose Pookie. Pookie chose me. Is a subscriber of mine, and has made several times, has named several times that they keep up with my channel. So I address my subscribers, from time to time. Pookie is a subscriber. I don't know Pookie's real name. Pookie has never introduced theirself to me. All I know is Pookie is Minnie. I am Negan. Who are you? I am Negan. Who are you? I am Pookie. Alright, folks. Listen, I'm on a common sense diet. I'm eating meat. I'm eating vegetables. I'm eating fruit. The healthier way, I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to eat grilled food, cooked unprocessed food. I'm trying to eat a healthier lifestyle. And if I eat a hot dog or spaghetti, I'm at least trying to do that in a healthier way. Some people are eating, grilled cheese and spaghetti and yoo-hoos, out there. Don't make me go on that diet to show you the difference, because I will go to that extreme. You don't want that kind of attention from me. Alright, folks. I guess I'm going to wrap this up here. If I forgot something, I'll mention it in a later video. I'm pretty sure I forgot something, but I think you kind of get the point of where all this discussion came from. We're omnivores, folks. Like it or not. Like it or not. It just depends on how you want to eat, what region you live in. That all plays a factor in specific omnivore. Like Cole said, we don't all live near avocado trees. We don't all live near pineapple trees. It's so true. If the world was to shut off today and there were no trucks or no kind of, delivery systems going on no more, if the trucking industry stopped, the train stops, and the plane stopped, and we were just limited to whatever resources were in our immediate area, yeah, that might throw some things out of whack for sure. For sure. Diets would definitely change. We can't all live on an island full of banana smoothies, that's for sure. That's one thing I do agree with Pookie. God, did I say that out loud? Alright, folks, that's all I got for this one. So until the next one, you folks have a good one.